The measure of a man is what he does with power. At the touch of love, everyone becomes a poet. Wisdom begins in wonder. Only the dead have seen the end of war. He who commits injustice is ever made more wretched than he who suffers it. Courage is knowing what not to fear. One of the penalties for refusing to participate in politics is that you end up being governed by your inferiors. Knowledge which is acquired under compulsion obtains no hold on the mind. Good people do not need laws to tell them to act responsibly, while bad people will find a way around the laws. The first and greatest victory is to conquer yourself. We can easily forgive a child who is afraid of the dark. The real tragedy of life is when men are afraid of the light. Ignorance, the root and stem of all evil. I am the wisest man alive, for I know one thing, and that is that I know nothing. Music is a moral law. It gives soul to the universe, wings to the mind, flight to the imagination, and charm and gaiety to life and to everything. Necessity is the mother of invention. The heaviest penalty for declining to rule is to be ruled by someone inferior to yourself. Human behavior flows from three main sources: desire, emotion, and knowledge. Opinion is the medium between knowledge and ignorance. To be sure of hitting the target, shoot first and call whatever you hit the target. The beginning is the most important part of the work. Beauty lies in the eyes of the beholder. Love is a serious mental disease. The price good men pay for indifference to public affairs is to be ruled by evil men. There are three classes of men: lovers of wisdom, lovers of honor, and lovers of gain. Excessive liberty, whether it lies in state or individuals, seems only to pass into excess of slavery. All men are by nature equal, made all of the same earth by one workman. The greatest wealth is to live content with little. No man should bring children into the world who is unwilling to persevere to the end in their nature and education. Justice in the life and conduct of the state is possible only as first it resides in the hearts and souls of the citizens. The man who makes everything that leads to happiness depend upon himself and not upon other men has adopted the very best plan for living happily. The direction in which education starts a man will determine his future in life. A good decision is based on knowledge and not on numbers. Time is the image of eternity. The excessive increase of anything causes a reaction in the opposite direction. The soul of man is immortal and imperishable. Those who are too smart to engage in politics are punished by being governed by those who are dumber. There is no harm in repeating a good thing. Nothing in the affairs of men is worthy of great anxiety. The greatest mistake we can make is to be continually fearing we will make one. To love rightly is to love what is orderly and beautiful in an educated and disciplined way. Every heart sings a song incomplete until another heart whispers back. True knowledge exists in knowing that you know nothing. There are two things a person should never be angry at, what they can help and what they cannot. Silence is golden. The unexamined life is not worth living. Wise men speak because they have something to say, fools because they have to say something. Writing is the geometry of the soul. A hero is born among 100. A wise man is found among 1,000, but an accomplished one might not be found even among 100,000 men. Life must be lived as play. You cannot conceive the many without the one. The beginning of wisdom is a definition of terms. We are twice armed if we fight with faith. Bodily exercise, when compulsory, does no harm to the body, but knowledge which is acquired under compulsion obtains no hold on the mind. It is a common saying, and in everybody's mouth, that life is but a sojourn. Things are not always what they seem. The first appearance deceives many. The man who makes everything that leads to happiness depends upon himself and not upon other men. Those who tell the stories rule society. No wealth can ever make a bad man at peace with himself. Every king springs from a race of slaves, and every slave had kings among his ancestors. The gods are not to be feared. Death is not to be dreaded, and good can never be destroyed. Friends have all things in common. Do not train a child to learn by force or harshness, but direct them to it by what amuses their minds.